Hi guys, the book reader this side, and today we're gonna read the book The Secret, written by Rhonda Bryan. So the first chapter is Forward. A year ago, my life had collapsed around me. I had worked myself into exhaustion. My father died suddenly, and my relationships with my work colleagues and loved ones were in turmoil. Little did I know at the time. Out of my greatest despair was to come the greatest gift. I had been given a glimpse of a great secret, the secret of life. The glimpse came in a 100-year-old book, given to me by my daughter Hallie. I began tracing the secret back through history. I couldn't believe all the people who knew this. They were the greatest people in history. Plato, Shakespeare, Newton, Hugo, Beethoven, Lincoln, Emerson, Edison, and Einstein. Incredulous, I asked, why doesn't everyone know this? A burning desire to share the secret with the world consumed me, and I began searching for people alive today who knew the secret. One by one, they began to emerge. I became a magnet. As I began to search, one great living master after another was drawn to me. When I discovered one teacher, that one would link to the next in a perfect chain. If I was on the wrong track, something else would catch my attention, and through the diversion, the next great teacher would appear. If I accidentally pressed the wrong link on the internet search, I would be led to a vital piece of information. In a few short weeks, I had traced the secret back through the centuries, and I had discovered the modern day practitioners of the secret. The vision of taking the secret to the world in a film had become fixed in my mind, and over the following months, my film and my television production team learned the secret. It was imperative that every team member knew it, because without its knowledge, what we were about to attempt would be impossible. We did not have a single teacher secured to film, but we knew the secret. And so, with utter faith, I flew from Australia to the United States, where the majority of the teachers were based. 7 weeks later, the secret team and filmed 55 of the greatest teachers across the United States with over 120 hours of film. With every step, with every breath, we used the secret to create the secret. We literally magnetized everything and everyone to us. 8 months later, the secret was realized. As the film swept the world, stories of miracle began to flood in. People wrote about healing from chronic pain, depression, and disease, walking for the first time after an accident, even recovering from a deathbed. We have received thousands of accounts of the secret being used to bring about large sums of money and unexpected checks in the mail. People have used the secret to manifest their perfect homes, life partners, cars, jobs, and promotions, with many accounts of businesses being transferred within days of applying the secret. There have been heartwarming stories of stressed relationships involving children being restored to harmony. Some of the most magnificent stories we have received have come from children using the secret to attract what they want, including high grades and friends. The secret has inspired the doctors to share the knowledge with their patients, universities and schools with their students, health clubs with their clients, churches of all denominations, and spiritual centers with their congregations. There are secret parties being held in homes around the world. As people share the knowledge with loved ones and families, the secret being used to attract all manner of things, from a specific feather to $10 million. All of these has taken place in the few months since the release of the film. My intention in creating The Secret was, and still is, that it will bring joy to billions around the world. The Secret team is experiencing the realization of that intention every day. As we receive thousands upon thousands of letters from people across the world, of all ages, all races, and all nationalities, expressing gratitude for the joy of the secret. There isn't a single thing that you cannot do with this knowledge. It doesn't matter who you are or where you are, the secret can give you whatever you want. 24 amazing teachers are featured in this book. Their words were filmed all over the United States, all at different times. Yet they speak as one voice. This book contains the secret teacher's words, and it also contains miraculous stories of the secret in action. I have shared all of the easy paths, tips, and shortcuts that I have learned so that you can live the life of your dreams. You will notice throughout the book that in certain places I have capitalized the word you. The reason I did this is because I want you, the reader, to feel and know that I created this book for you. I am speaking to you personally when I say you. My intention is for you to feel a personal connection with these pages because the secret has been created for you. As you travel through its pages and you learn the secret, you will come to know how you can have, be, or do anything you want. You will come to know who you really are. You will come to know the true magnificence that awaits you. So, the second chapter starts The Secret Made Simple. Michael Bernard Beckwith says, "We live in a universe in which there are laws just as there is law of gravity. If you fail off a building, it doesn't matter if you are a good person or a bad person. You are going to hit the ground. The law of attraction is the jaw of nature. It is as impartial and impersonal as the law of gravity is. It is precise and it is exact." Next, Dr. Joey Vitale. Everything that surrounds you right now in your life, including the things you are complaining about, you have attracted. Now I know at first blush that's going to be something that you hate to hear. You are going to immediately say, I didn't attract the car accident. I didn't attract this particular client who gave me a hard time. I didn't particularly attract the debt. And I am here to be a little bit in your face and to say, yes, you did attract it. This is one of the hardest concepts to get, but once you have accepted it, it's life transforming. Often, when people hear this part of the secret, they recall events in history where masses of lives were lost, and they find is it is incomprehensible that so many people could have attracted themselves to the event by the law of attraction. They had to be on the same frequency as the event. It doesn't necessarily mean they thought of that exact event, but the frequency of their thoughts matched the frequency of the event. If people believe they can be in the wrong place at the wrong time and they have no control over outside circumstances, those thoughts of fear, separation, and powerlessness, if persistent, can attract them to being in the wrong place at the wrong time. You have a choice right now. Do you want to believe that it's just the luck of the draw, and bad things can happen to you at any time? Do you want to believe that you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time, that you have no control over circumstances? Or do you feel to want to believe and know that your life experience is in your hands and that only all good can come into your life because that is the way you think? You have a choice, and whatever you choose to think will become your life experience. Nothing can come into your experience unless you summon it through persistent thoughts. Bob Doyle. Most of us attract by default. We just think that we don't have any control over it. Our thoughts and feelings are on autopilot, and so everything is brought to us by default. No one would ever deliberately attract anything unwanted. Without the knowledge of the secret, it is easy to see some people unwant to see how some unwanted things may have occurred in your life or other people's life. It simply came from a lack of awareness of the great creative power of our thoughts. Dr. Joey Vitale. Now, if this is your first time to hear this, it may feel like, oh, I have to monitor my thoughts. This is going to be a lot of work. It will seem like that at first, but that's where the fun begins. The fun is that there are many shortcuts to the secret, and you get to choose the shortcuts that work best for you. Read on, and you will see how. The next chapter is love, the greatest emotion. James Ray says, philosopher, the principle of feeling good applies to your family. Pets, for instance. Animals are wonderful because they put you in a great emotional state. When you feel love for your pet, that great state of love will bring goodness into your life. And what a gift that is! It is the combination of thought and love which forms the irresistible force of the law of attraction. Charles Hennell. There is no greater power in the universe than the power of love. The feeling of love is the highest frequency you can emit. If you could wrap every thought in love, if you could love everything and everyone, your life would be transformed. In fact, some of the great thinkers of the past referred to the law of attraction as the law of love. And you think about it, you will understand why. If you think unkind thoughts about someone else, you will experience those unkind thoughts manifested. You cannot harm another with your thoughts, you only harm yourself. If you think thoughts of love, guess who receives the benefits? You. So, if your predominant state is love, the law of attraction or the law of love responds with the highest force because you are on the mightiest frequency possible. The greater the love you feel and emit, the greater the power you are harnessing. The principle which gives you the thought, the dynamic power to correlate with its object and therefore to master every adverse human experience is the law of attraction, which is another name for love. This is an eternal and fundamental principle inherent in all things, in every system of philosophy, in every religion, and in every science. There is no getting away from the law of love. It is feeling that imparts vitality to thought. Feeling is desire, and desire is love. Thought impregnated with love becomes invincible.